Hey guys, this is Gohan6425 on YouTube, the one and only. And right now, you are watching the one and only great WGS-TV.
Welcome back to Neverending Nightmares, right here on WGS-TV. I'm Wrestlegamer, Double B Blank Bootro. On my initial recording of this gameplay, apparently my microphone wasn't boosted enough, so the commentary you're going to be hearing won't be actual live reaction commentary to what I'm doing, but I felt it'd be easier just to go back and just re-record some commentary on here instead of having to try to get the hassle of going back, because apparently there's no really specific way to rewind back to a certain part on Neverending Nightmare without actually having to start the nightmare completely over. So, dreams are the enemy of the guilty. Yeah, they got some weird sayings in this game. But what I decided to do is just go ahead and re-record commentary for you guys and upload it as is, because to me, like I said, it would be too much of a hassle to try to go back, replay, everything is a lie, replay this entire level just to get back to that specific point where I started this gameplay. So I figured, it'd be just a lot easier just to re-record commentary for you guys and upload it as a part 3. But now I know better. From now on, check my microphone before I use it each day, make sure that it's properly boosted. So this is definitely the part of the game where you're supposed to go Geronimo, and we wake up and we're a kid. Yep, we go from an insane asylum to childhood, which is rather weird when you look at it. Because we've progressed Thomas as an adult throughout this entire game, and now we revert back to childhood. And interesting jammies right there for our little friend Thomas here. So apparently this is the home that Thomas and Gabby grew up in, is what we're going to go around and explore. I'm gonna say the game is supposed to kind of tell the story a little bit about the creator's struggle with OCD and depression, and it really tells it in a certain way, especially with the usage of shading in a 2D linear type of style. While we're doing this, I want to take the time to address a comment that was made on the Impact Wrestling review. I just felt it bears worth saying, as we see the toy soldier here taking a poop. Yeah, we saw that at the beginning of the game as well, but I feel this is something that I feel like I want worth mentioning. There's an old adage, guys and gals, that goes, say what you mean and mean what you say. Whenever I say something on one of my reviews, whether it be a video game review, an Impact Wrestling review, whatever, I always mean what I say. There is never a double meaning to anything I do. Some individual made the assumption on the Impact Wrestling review that I wanted TNA to fail, and he actually assumed that is what I meant. Without me verbally having to say, I want TNA to fail. Guys and gals, to me, that's the wrong thing to do. That is the wrong thing to do. I know I'm not supposed to go away from, I don't need to take away from this actual gameplay that I've done here, but I just felt it was something worth mentioning. Unless I verbally say something to the degree that I want TNA to fail, unless you hear those words verbally come out of my mouth, then don't assume that, just based on the way my reviews go. You know, unless I verbally say something, don't assume just based on my opinions and my actions that's what I really mean. Like, oh, you really mean this, even though you didn't have to say that's what you meant. No, you're assuming that I thought. You're assuming that that's what I meant when your assumption was really just false. You know, it wasn't a proper assumption, as apparently the toy room decided to be decorated in skulls, so that was kind of weird to begin with. But I felt it was just, it was just something that I had to address, guys and gals, and just to be, once again, verbally clear. Don't assume something unless you have all the facts. Don't assume based on my opinions that I think one way unless you actually hear me verbally say this. So I really don't understand how the guy really could have assumed that I wanted TNA to fail without actually hear me verbally say the words I wanted TNA to fail. Because I don't want TNA to fail. I don't. But I just think it's wrong to assume something like that. But anyway, we've just been doing some basic exploring of apparently the house right here. And again, more of the skulls on the wallpaper. That is just weird. That's a weird way to decorate a room with skulls. But then again, we are technically supposed to be trapped in a nightmare, so it kind of makes sense. Have you guys noticed in that picture right there, there's a picture of a skull? I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah. So far, this game has been a trip, to be honest. It hasn't been an Alien Isolation, and I'm not even sure if I want to get the game or not. I'm not thoroughly convinced if I want to get it or not. But as you see, we're back in the kitchen, and oh, makes me wonder where that meat came from. It really does. It really makes me wonder where that meat came from. As the kitchen is pretty much the same too from the beginning of the game when Thomas was an adult. All the food is there. You see the bread, you see the jello. Makes me wonder how old that food really is. You kind of get what I'm saying? You kind of get what I'm saying, but anyway, yeah, the living room was the same too. So it's getting to the point where it's confusing as to where to go in this game and how to really, progress in this game. Yep, and like I said, exactly from the beginning. Exactly from the beginning, this game. There's really been no change. And look, there's another picture with the skull in it. Why do these people have pictures of skulls hanging around with their on their wall? That really doesn't make any sense. They're not Edgar Allan Poe. You're not gonna hold up a skull and say forevermore. And look, and now that is on. Is that next to food in that picture? Is that really next to food? That I don't know, but isn't this the room where we started from? Isn't this the exact bedroom where we started the game? We've really just done a backtrack into this game. So apparently now there's only one other way to go, and that's back out the way we came. None of the pictures really have changed very much. Well, there's the picture of TV's Conan O'Brien. This time he's not holding any drinks. He's not holding any drinks, since we got a kid that's screaming that needs to be quiet. And now it's getting darker. It's darker. Oh, that's never good in a nightmare. Oh, what is that? Oh, that. What the? Well, now we're in a forest having to chase Gabby down. Tommy would run if he had a better diet. I mean, really, he's already out of breath. And Tommy, you're supposed to be like, what, 9, 10 years old? Shouldn't you have more energy? You need to stay off that sugar, dude. I mean, seriously. So apparently, no, that's not the right way to go. So we're going to have to go up here. As we're going to be chasing Gabby through the forest. Don't worry, guys. I'll make sure on the next episode that I have my microphone properly adjusted, so that way I don't have to go back and re-record commentary. Oh, the old owl! That old owl in the the old owl in the forest. Again, we got a kid that's screaming. Christina, enough! Little girl that's in here in the playpen, in the living room, and I'm in here right now. But anyway, guys and gals, as we see one dead animal, that's never a good sign to see, especially in a nightmare. Looks to be half a possum. That's what it looks like. But I hope you guys can understand the little rant I went on earlier. What I was saying about, you know, don't assume something that I mean something when I don't say it. You know, I just thought it was a little wrong for someone to assume what I meant about TNA when I did not say it word for word. And if I don't say it word for word, then a person should not assume it. You know, I don't understand why people on YouTube not need to have what they said, like, double meanings to everything they're saying. There is no double meaning to anything I say here on WGS-TV. You know, I'm not Bray Wyatt. There are no cryptic messages. There are no hidden meanings in anything I say. Everything I say on here is exactly what I mean. As we see more dead animals, again, that is never a good thing. What is getting at to the animals? And oh, there's the graveyard. Yeah, we remember the graveyard in the first part of the nightmare. Well, again, Gabby, we're trying to keep up, but apparently you have all the energy in the world, and Tommy, because of his poor diet, he can't really run anywhere. I know that feeling. I've never had a good cardiovascular system when I was growing up. Sarah Northway, 1749, 1774. And again, more dead animals. Something is taking a bite out of these animals, and I would really not like to find what's taking a bite out of these animals. I mean, really, look. Look, see, that's not a good sign. Not a good sign whatsoever. As I'm telling a person who's running to stop. We, however, don't need to stop, because apparently we need to catch up to Gabby, and those eyes peeping in the background really have me concerned. Then again, technically, this is supposed to be a nightmare. Oh, that's not good to see. That is not good to see. Is that adult Gabby with a knife in her stomach? What? No, wait. No! Really? Stuck a steel pipe in his arm to literally pull his bones out of his arm. Really? Really? Seriously? Oh my god. I mean, you know, how much further is this game going to go when it comes to that? Oh, what was that? Anyway, how far is this game going to go when it comes to the, like, gory stuff and the gory detail they have here? Apparently we're now in, I guess, maybe an earlier part of the of the asylum. Lily, go check the fridge real quick and see if that's what's making the beeping noise. We have an appliance in my parents' living room that beeps, parents' kitchen rather, that beeps every time it's not closed properly. As apparently this apparently appears to be an earlier, cleaner version of the asylum that we went through. That's what it appears to be. Like everything's in order. There's no blood spatters on the walls or on the floor. And apparently there's a big hole now. Apparently we're just gonna have to take the old heave-ho. Yep. Down we go, and here we are. It's like a magical teleportation system. This game is kind of like Outlast in a third-person perspective, if you think about it, because there's no way to fight off any of the enemies that may appear in this game. I mean, there was no way to fight off the diapered Brock Lesnar guy from earlier in the game, and there was no way to fight off the straight-jacketed cannibals that are in this game as well. So, you know, that feeling where you can't really do anything to fend off the enemies except run away or hide. You know, and it kind of gives you that feeling. And I believe that the creator said of this game said in an interview is that's the feeling that he wanted to reproduce, was a feeling of helplessness that he went through when he was suffering through his OCD and his depression. And he found a unique way to kind of interpret that feeling that he had in this game. As we're here. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? No, run, Thomas, run, Thomas. Oh, and oh. Okay, see now there's another enemy we cannot get away from, and that is now apparently it looks like an undead version of Thomas with an axe to grind of sorts. As these little kids in the room need to realize that I'm recording, and the microphone can pick up their recording. And so now we're gonna have to just make a bolt for it to try to get away from the axe wielding undead Thomas. See, there he is. Run! Open the door. Yep. So apparently that undead version of Thomas with the axe is another person we're gonna have to contend with here on this part of the nightmare as we make our way into Ward E. And no, thank you. Don't want any. Goodbye. Again, apparently there are undead Thomases everywhere with an axe to grind. And once again, a gaping hole that apparently we're going to have to take a leap. Yep, that's exactly what it is. So, but what's going to happen next here in the asylum, guys and gals? Well, you know what? You're going to have to wait until the next episode of Neverending Nightmares right here on WGS-TV. So with that being said, I'm the Wrestlegamer.